Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX and I'm Shivani Singh. The International Cricket Council is once again facing questions over its handling of India-Pakistan cricket. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif recently suggested that his team could boycott matches against India, triggering fresh uncertainty around the tournament. However, concerns within Pakistan's cricket establishment over missing out on World Cup participation and revenue soon followed. The Pakistan Cricket Board later outlined a list of demands, including venue-related assurances, while also linking its participation to India's involvement. The ICC has maintained that it wants the high-profile India-Pakistan match to go ahead, citing tournament commitments. The BCCI, meanwhile, has made it clear that decisions will be taken strictly within existing frameworks, rejecting any form of external pressure. The situation has raised questions over how governing bodies manage bilateral tensions within global tournaments. Let me, in fact, take this forward with guests who are joining us on the broadcast. Sunil Yash Kalra, sports scholar, is already with us, and shortly Noel David, former Indian cricketer, will also join us. Let me in fact go across to Mr. Kalra first. Sir, thank you for joining us on the broadcast. We appreciate your time. Sir, when you're looking at this entire incident that is currently unfolding, we have been seeing this over the past few weeks. We have been debating about it as well, what options PCB has, what option ICC is offering. But in the end, it's a matter of cricket that wherein politics has been dragged.
Well, it's a very sad state. Whenever you drag politics in sports, then the problem starts. Remember the 1980 Moscow Olympics and 1984 US Olympics. What happened? The Eastern Bloc and the Western countries completely boycotted each other. And what were we left? We were left with very substandard games, the low interest due to whatever the Eastern Western Bloc, everything put together. But all I'm saying here is that it's ill-advised to actually kick up a row when there is not required, especially when you have commercial interest in place, when you have the big fan base in place. It used to be the ping-pong diplomacy was very good in the 80s, little more in 90s, but beyond that, in the social media era, the fans can really get after. And you know the Arab Springs, when a social media revolution starts, it's very difficult for them. And when I look back at the entire saga, I don't know what the outcome of it is at the moment, because we have conflicting news talking about the agreement, non-agreement, pressure tactics all put together. But all I can say, at the end of it, whoever is involved from the political side will suffer, and it's a sad day in the Indian in the world of cricket fans across the world.
Absolutely, sir. And in fact, when we are looking at those demands as well, sir, if we can look at those PCB demands, they want their revenue, even though they want to, boycott particular matches against India. They want revenue. They want Bangladesh also to, get those revenues, even though they have boycotted the entire tournament. They are also looking at implementation of those handshakes which we saw in the Asia Cup 2025. That was the Indian team had put up a stance because of the terror attack that had occurred in India. But they are bringing such conditions into the play.
Well, absolutely. When was the last time a big row was kicked up? Because there were no handshakes. Just imagine tomorrow they'll say you don't give salam to us, or you don't do greetings and salutation, we are not playing. Who does that? I mean, there are players who don't even talk amongst themselves from the same team in the dressing room. Why? Because they're at fault, and I mean, they're at loggerheads. So which is always fine. You're going there to compete. I remember, it's a competitive world. You compete with each other. Those are your rivals. Those are not your extended family members that you have to shake hands and demand money. When was the last time it happened that a student, again I'm saying, a student in the class was absent on a class test just because he is irate and stubborn and he wants the class marks to be given extra marks because everybody else in the class was passing? What logic is that? Bangladesh is trying to imply that they're boycotting the tournament and they're asking for compensation. When did in this world entirely this thing happened? It is a pressure tactics. And why this is a pressure tactic? Because you have a Khalida Zia, we've saved her and got her, given her an asylum in our country. Point number two, the ICC president happens to be an Indian. Point number three, India is the host. Point number four, India is doing so well. Point number five, India is so rich that one of their state leagues can actually compete with PSL or Bangladesh Premier League. So I think it's a matter of jealousy and an irate, jealous school boy in the class who just wants to have everything and not share anything, and he just wants to spoil the party.
Absolutely,
yes,
Mr. Kalra. In fact, it's a sad state of affairs because this is a global tournament that we are in fact talking about, and the Pakistan Cricket Board is acting in a very childish manner, to say so, because this is a global tournament. International teams are here. They are in fact talking about playing together, showing sportsmanship, but it is Pakistan which is lacking that spirit. Let me in fact also go across to Mr. David, who's joined us on the broadcast. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your time. Sir, how are you looking at this entire controversy that has erupted? It started on February the 1st when Pakistan said that we won't play against India. It's February 9th now. We have the match on 15th and still there seems to be no kind of resolution. There seems to be a back and forth between PCB, ICC, some kind of pressure that is being built.
Of course. First of all, let me see, both the countries are called crybabies. Okay, they are just crying for nothing. That's all I can say, because this is no issue at all. What is the issue of? To play against the Indians? Why are they not able to play against the Indians? Are they scared to play against us? Okay. Second thing, they want compensation. Both the countries want compensation. If they, if Pakistan is not going to play, they are demanding from ICC. I know you please pay us because we are not going to pay, but they are even supporting Bangladesh for that. This is all rubbish. If they want to play, they should be sportive enough and come and play us. Play in our country, or play in Sri Lanka, play against us, and then you talk. But I don't like the way they are behaving. I will call them the crybabies of the cricket fraternity. They should be ashamed of themselves, not coming forward to support. As Sunil Kalra said, there is infight within themselves itself, in their own team, in their own backyards. First they have to solve that problem to come out and ask for things with the ICC. So I don't think this is a big issue at all. They are only just creating to get that support from other countries, which they are not able to get. So this is all, they are trying to get a solution out of each and everything. So I keep reading the news, sometimes they say they want to play against the Indians, if ICC, compared to their demands, and if they give the compensation, then next day they say they don't want to play. This is all, they should be buried under this thing for all that. And they should quietly come and play the World Cup and then, see where they land up.
But so, what do you make of these meetings that are being held? Like today, we have a meeting that was held in Lahore, and we saw BCB also stepping in because they wanted to show solidarity with PCB.
You're talking about Bangladesh board or
yes,
Pakistani
yes,
board?
sir. The Bangladesh board was present in a meeting that was taking place between ICC and the Pakistan Cricket Board because they wanted to show solidarity to their brothers.
Naturally, they will show, because Pakistan stood for them when ICC, banned Bangladesh not playing the World Cup, when they opted back and they said, you are not allowed. So naturally, both brothers will join hand in concern and console each other now. That's all they can do. So naturally, they will attend the meeting. They will try their tricks. They will try everything, to go against the ICC, or to go for the compensation, or they will try their best not to play against us, which ICC will not allow that, because I think ICC is also standing very firm in their stand that if you're not going to play, then things will be very bad for Pakistan cricket, and then in near future they will not participate in any of the World Cups.
Right. In fact, Mr. Kalra, if I can also get your observation on this increasing bonhomie between Pakistan and Bangladesh regarding this entire issue. Pakistan first instigates Bangladesh to boycott when that when that team is seeing a loss of revenue, when it's seeing a loss for the players over there. Now Pakistan seeks monetary compensation. It's asking Bangladesh to ask ICC to compensate it, and we are also seeing this solidarity move by the BCB coming to Lahore, sitting and standing in the meeting.
Well, let me ask you a very basic question that you've raised. Very pointed. What is compensation? Compensation is the insurance money you get on a new car or something which is high performing asset. Here, do you think Pakistan is high performing asset? No. Has Bangladesh won anything in the past? The answer is no. Why they're doing it is because they want to just corner India, ICC on a global thing so that it becomes a big global news. But let me ask you, when was the last time an able country asked for compensation? It is only the beggars who asked for it. And in this case, you've just got somebody who's not willing to play, who's not playing well. Bangladesh, I'm talking about. They haven't played well in the entire career in the last 25 years. They haven't won any tournament. They haven't won anything. Then they go out a month before the World Cup and they get upset and they say, we are not going to play. If you're not going to play, somebody else will play. And when that somebody else comes in, they realize, oh, we've lost the plot. And now what do we need to do? If you've lost the plot, you've got to say sorry and just walk out.
Absolutely. And Mr. Kalra, in fact, when we are looking at this entire controversy, do you see this drama dying down when it's closer to the day? Do you think Pakistan will just back out? It was all for creating this entire controversy and then play the match on the 15th and say we are all for sportsman's spirit. All right, let me in fact take that question across to Mr. David. Mr. David, do you see a resolution in sight for this controversy? Do you see BCB backing down?
I see it at the earliest, the result. I think things need to come to an end now. I think the ICC has to take that stand still and very firm and ask PCB if they want to play, you play. If you don't want to play, then there's other team which is already standing, to compete in the big stage. So I think ICC will take this step because they can't wait. They can't wait for anybody, to demand over the governing body, like, big body like ICC. As Sunil said, they're trying to corner the Indians is because they are not able to get what they want. So they are coming with all the excuses like composition or the meetings in the ICC, supporting Bangladesh supporting Pakistan. So they are trying all the tricks. But down the line, it's going to be very in a short this thing that ICC will be taking some action.
Absolutely.